Hello, hello. So, we're just gonna do a quick reading. Gonna see what Spirit has to say today. We're doing something good. We have the Magician in the 4 of air. So we're getting some rest. We're manifesting this period in our lives and we're ensuring that it's happening for us. This is magic. Being able to rest and, want to give yourself that. It's a big deal because we deserve that. We deserve rest. We're supposed to get rest. It is like the most important beauty tip Sleeping Beauty can give. Rest, sweethearts. Why not? It's important. So I came to the park today. It's really pretty. And I just made my little spot in the sun and I refreshed. I allowed the sun to pour into me. And I feel good now. And I can come and do this reading in Magician energy. I can stretch my legs. Okay. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope the day has been good to you. I hope the month has been good to you. I hope this new moon has been good to you. It's been good to me. For sure. It's been good to me. Alright, let's see what we got, honey. What is the message you need for us to hear today? We have, okay, so it was coming out a certain kind of way. It looked like it was going to be in reverse, and then it flipped to the side. So I'm just going to turn it to the side. We have the moon. And, yeah, some things we're still trying to figure out. Some things we're still trying to understand. There's something that's just not 100% clear. Yeah. We're still trying to understand. That's what the horn went off on. So in the upright, this can talk about dreams and fantasies and your instinct and trusting in your intuition. I always feel like the moon is my intuition, and when I follow the moon, I'm following my intuition. So in the upright, I feel like that's what it means. You're like trusting in your intuition and understanding that everything may not be right on the surface, but whatever answer you are seeking will come to you. In the reverse, I feel like it's you not being in touch with, your intuitive instincts and like relying on maybe other people or relying too heavily on, I need another message, instead of just being like, I understand what's happening here. I might not get it all right now, but I do know that this is like what I'm supposed to be doing because my instinct is telling me this. My intuition is telling me, okay, go this route. This is the right route for you to go. So maybe I believe like to the side, it could just speak of like you coming into that point of, leaving fear and coming into courage within yourself and just being like, okay, I am trusting my gut here. I might not be able to see it, but I'm coming around. Like I'm getting closer and closer to like walking in faith and not being in fear of, where I'm going, even if it is into the unknown, because it's change and changes are only constant. And I feel like if we are going to go on that spiritual journey and that journey of ascension, then we have to be willing to, at all times, kind of go into the unknown, jump into change. Yeah. So it looks like this is clarified by the generosity of fire. We have emergence and we have the sun. This is amazing. So yeah, when I'm saying that intuition is coming around, it's like we're releasing this one way of thinking and walking into this very new way of how we view ourselves, possibly how we view life, how we view what we're supposed to do in this life, who we are supposed to be in this life. We are encouraged to trust that what we see in ourselves, what we believe ourselves to be worthy of, is true. The generosity of fire is the queen of wands, so we are radiant, we are glowing here, we are in our divine energy. We feel beautiful on the inside, so we radiate that on the outside. We are confident in ourselves. We're confident in putting ourselves out there, so to speak, and that just means we trust that this beautiful version of ourselves that we have created within is worthy and is strong enough to emerge. We have these gorgeous butterflies here, and this just speaks of transformation. This speaks of literally going from the caterpillar, and they have some here that are still in their cocoon, that have yet to come out of that into the butterfly. But we have this energy here of being the butterfly, of transforming, of leaving that one phase of yourself where you were the caterpillar, where you had to struggle, where you had to climb, climb and journey on your stomach, like in the dirt. This was like the dark. This is the deepest of the dark. You had to transform and journey, and now you're this butterfly. You've emerged, and it's beautiful, and it's allowing you to trust, to continue to trust in the fact that you can transform. You can go from one version of yourself to the highest version of yourself by believing in that higher version and then doing everything you can to be in that energy. And that just means if you say, I want to do yoga, or you say something like, yeah, let's just do that for example. I want to do yoga, and I've been saying, like, I really want to do yoga. I feel like it'd be amazing for my body, and that's really kind of where I went for it at first, because from the accident I just had these injuries, and they were just really painful on a daily basis, and I didn't want to have any kind of surgery, so I felt like I needed something for my body that on a daily basis I could function and I wouldn't be in so much pain all day. And I started looking up different poses online, poses that would not only help my body to heal these injuries that I had, but also that would, kind of like open my chakra. How can I what pose will help me open my sacral chakra? What pose will help me open my heart chakra? What pose is going to help me open, my root chakra? And so I really went into understanding and figuring out what works for me, and I feel like as I'm opening these chakras, focusing on those poses and the poses that help my body, I'm really experiencing this like amazing transformation, and I trusted that I could do this. Like, there was some doubt at first. I was very afraid of trying yoga. I just was like, this is not for me. I'm an athlete. I lift weights and this kind of thing. But I knew my body needed something calmer. I knew my body needed something that could really stretch out those muscles where there wasn't just as much tension on a daily basis. So it really has changed my life. But what I'm saying is consistency and seeing that version of yourself. I knew my higher version, someone who does yoga, someone who eats a very healthy diet, someone who takes care of themselves, someone who, is appreciative of nature and life. And, these are things that I wanted for myself. So I decided I'm going to at least try. And that just means aligning mind, body, and soul. So I'm aligning my thoughts with my words, with my actions. That's really what it is. And giving myself grace, and because of that, I've been able to stand in a light. And that's what Spirit is saying. You're in this beautiful, beautiful light. And yes, readings are for me as well. Let me just put that out there. I resonate with them, and so I take the messages as well. I believe that anytime I do a reading, it's talking about me too. I am the collective as well. So I feel like this will resonate in some way with anyone who clicks on here. But with the sun, we're talking about just shining, just being able to thrive and feel alive in this gorgeous luminous energy. Like the light is on her and she is like, yes, it's me. In the light, because I deserve it, because I am worthy of it, because this is me. This is how I am supposed to be. Just sparkling and shining, happy. You see love, you see beauty. This yellow represents our solar plexus, and so this is like creativity, and it's self-love, and it's self-worth, and knowing that you are who you are, chosen, beautiful, radiant, in the spotlight, worthy of the spotlight you're supposed to be. And number 19 for me as well is very special. It's my birthday. And so I take it very seriously when I see 19, because I feel like Spirit very much is like, stand in that light. And they mean it. Stand in that light. Oh yeah. That's tight. Let's see what else we got. Okay, let's do a quick little shuffle again. And we'll do it the way I like to do it. Okay, we have the generosity of Earth here, and we have the Professor. So, what you're going into teaching is going to be very lucrative. And what we have, look, it's falling off here. And we have the witch underneath here. So that was just Spirit saying, you already know. You already know. So that's what it is. What you're about to teach, and what you're teaching is what you've learned, what you've experienced. And we have the 9 of air underneath here, and I kind of wasn't going to slide that, but then that wasn't up to me. And I feel like there's been some sort of worry about what this is exactly, like what am I supposed to be teaching. And I see a lot of angel letters, and I see them quite often, and then I'll see like them in sets of 3. And when I see them in sets of 3, I know that that's a very, very like specific message. And I see a lot of HHH and FFF, and I believe that for me, when I see the H's, it is helping humanity heal. And that is something that I have had to experience, something that has allowed me to grow as a human soul. To really go through heartbreak, trauma, neglect, abuse, and heal from it. And I think it's important for other people to know and understand how to do that for themselves. And then when I see FFF, I know it means to fight for freedom. And freedom for me is very different from the norm. I'm very much a mystic. I tend to, at this point in time, really live off the earth, and now I'm back into really giving back to my communities, and that feels amazing. So I feel like what I'm doing and how I'm going about it has really transformed. And I feel blessed to have this moment of resurrection. And so it is my responsibility to teach, to always be a student, but to lead in that way, an understanding of our freedoms. We're stronger as a people than the people in power. Successful, generous, giving back to the community. The more you have, the more you have to give. And I believe that's not only true, that resonates with me because I used to struggle with how to go about doing this. And then for a minute, when you're in the darkness, you really don't understand how selfish you can be and how triggered you can be with your surroundings, and how you want to always protect yourself, but you don't realize that you're just fighting fire with fire, and that gets you nowhere. And so you pull back and you have to observe what's going on around you, and you realize that the more you have, the more you have to give. And even if that's just an extra smile a day, that's what you give to someone. But with this, we're talking about just being wealthy and abundant, and then also giving that back to the people around you, to the community, she's hugging her dogs in here, so we're talking about animals. We are really talking about just being in a position to support love all the way around you. And that means, maybe you're giving to charities that support, dogs or animals, or giving to charities that support women and children, or, just knowing that the more you have, the more you have to give. And that is what keeps this energy of love and abundance that you see in this photo circulating. Just continuing to be of service, and you have to be of service in this life to be able to experience the type of generosity that God pours into your life through the generosity of earth. And when we talk about the witch here, yes, we're talking about, the high priestess, the all-knowing, a very balanced, mirrored perspective. Like, I can dwell in my light, in my dark. I understand that, one needs the other in order to really get a full picture of what's going on. And, they sit in that power. And this is brilliant power. I believe that when you're radiating in this energy, you are trusting in yourself to be able to know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what it is, and you roll with that. You trust in that, and you trust in your power, you trust in your psychic energy, and that is also bringing about this level of abundance and this generosity and all the blessings that God wants to bring into your life, because you are trusting the fact that you are spiritual. You are tapping into the energies of your ancestors and your ascended masters in the universe. You are tapping into nature. You're tapping into the wisdom around you, and it is bringing about a level of abundance, a level of increase, a level of high awareness. And not only are you okay with that, you're allowing it to be at the forefront of your life so people can tap in as well and feel free to tap in. Okay, I feel good here. So trust in your gift. Trust in what Spirit has blessed you with. Trust in yourself. Stand in your power, stand in your light, shine, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, for sure. Release anything that does not serve you.